Hi everyone. I know we're all feeling a little tight and uncomfortable in our shoulders, spending a little bit of too much time hunched forward. So today we're just going to take 20 minutes working on our upper body. Only piece of equipment we're going to use is a band. If you don't have a band, feel free to use a belt. It'll do pretty much the same thing. You may have to be a little bit more forgiving in the movements, just because it doesn't, when I say forgiving, this is forgiving. So you may have to slide your hands along the belt as opposed to letting the band stretch for you. But we're not going to start with that. We're going to start nice and easy. All I want you to do in a standing or sitting position, shrug those shoulders up to your ears and then pull them down, 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 down. So shrug up and pull down, down, down. Now, if you respond well to breath, this is an inhale. That's a big exhale. Inhale, exhale. So the key to the breath work at this level that we're at is just to inhale normally and just to breathe out just a little bit deeper in your breath out, just a little bit longer than the inhale. Let's go for one more. So now I'm going to do what's called a scapular push-up. So I'm on my hands and knees. And what I'm doing is I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together and then I'm pushing into my hands, pushing my shoulders away. So squeeze, press, squeeze, press. And one more. Beautiful. We're going to lie on our sides. Hips and knees are stacked on top of each other. Hands are stacked on top of each other. I'm going to be able to watch my top hand the whole time. I'm going to circle it around. And I'm going to keep my eyes on it. 3 in one direction. And 3 the other. Fantastic. Let's take it over to the other side. And reverse. All right, we're going to go from here. I'm just going to move back a little bit so you can see what I'm doing with my top hand. I'm going to take my top hand. I'm going to actually take it across. So my bottom hand is here, my top hand's just going over it a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to drape. So my hand is going to stay in contact with my body as much as possible. Bringing the other shoulder down, reaching out. And then bring it back. So I'm going to do 3 on one side. Three on the other. So you can just flip over. I'm going to flip sides. Enjoy how that feels when both shoulders touch down and you reach across. One more. Beautiful. So from here we're going to do what's called a sleeper stretch, and for any of you who've ever had a rotator cuff issue, you will have been introduced to this before. My elbows directly up from my shoulder, palm down. Now I'm not pushing, I'm adding the weight of my hand to try and encourage that hand to get down to the ground Where I'm feeling it is right up here in my pinched rotator cuff. So you're going to be different on both sides. You're not going to force it. And this may be a stretch you revisit during the day. Nice. Let's take it to the other side. Beautiful. You can see on this side I can almost get it all the way down. This shoulder's not damaged. The other side is. Grab a sip of water if you need it. I hope you're aware of any tightness or tension you might have going on in your shoulders. Take a second, just do a little roll out, shrug out. So one of my very favorite stretches with a shoulder, and this is something I would prefer everybody who sits at a desk too long can do it. You can do this from standing, you can do it from sitting. I'm going to take my right arm. I'm going to roll it behind me. What I'm trying to do is get my back of my hand up my spine. I'm going to take my chin. I'm going to look into the armpit of the arm that's not doing anything currently. Just going to add the weight of my hand. Just a little pull right there. And again, let's go for 3 nice big breaths. Fantastic. Let's take it around. Other side. All right. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to grab some bands. We're going to do a little bit of band work. You can do this from a standing or sitting position as long as you're comfortable and your back is straight. Thumbs are pointing at each other. All I'm going to do is drop it down, bring it back together. Watch that those shoulders haven't snuck up to your ears. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gorgeous. Bring it to the front. Thumbs are facing. I'm going to take one band. So I'm going to hold onto the strap right in the middle of my chest. Elbow is up. Press away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Elbow up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're doing great. Hands are up. I prefer not to be squeezing, so my hands are loose. I've just doubled the strap up, so back of the hands, roll them in. It's up to you. Some people just prefer to hold on to it. And elbows are bending, straightening it up. Elbows are bending, straighten it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbows are bent, straighten it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gorgeous. We're going to run through that sequence again. Holding onto the band at your chest, elbow up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Elbow up. 8, 7, 6. Oh, mine's slippy. I've got a new band. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are doing awesome. Bring it up. Those elbows are going to bend. It's coming, it's banging me on the back of the head here, okay? So I want it close. I don't want that chin jutting forward. Keep your back straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbows are square. We're going to straighten those arms. A little bit challenging. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I hope that's feeling a little bit tired, but a little bit awesome at the same time. Hold it in. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Relax that shoulder. 3, 2, 1. As we get tired with those little muscles, we try to bring those shoulders up, make it a little bit more challenging. Make it a little bit easier by using different muscles. We want it's okay that these muscles are so tight, they don't get exercised enough. We want them to get a little fatigued. That's okay. 3, 2, 1. 8. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work, everyone. Beautiful. Take a second. Let's roll that out. Let's roll it out. Oh, let's take a second and stretch that out a little bit. If you're feeling tight there, you want to make sure you're going between strengthening movements and stretching movements. So this is called thread the needle. I'm on my hands and knees. I'm going to do it forward to you. So one hand's coming down. I'm going to bring my forehead to the ground, and what I'm going to do is thread my arm through, and I'm pushing the back of my hand into the floor. Now for some of you, this movement's too intense. Take it to the other side if it works for you. So what you're going to do is come up against a wall, and you're going to lean that shoulder into the wall. The back of your arm and the back of your hand is going to push into that wall, and you're going to get the same shoulder stretch. Okay, so this is a movement that can be done in different directions. So if you're finding the floor doesn't work for you, take it up to a wall. All right, we're going to go back into our side position. Make sure you move anything out of the way that might get in the way of this. What I'm going to do is on the side, I'm going to roll over to my side. I'm going to get a little leg stretch in here at the same time. So I've got my foot up across, and I'm going to drop it down. Can you see where I'm at? So cross my leg, left foot is coming down. Left arm is going to reach overhead, and then I'm going to half circle all the way down, all the way up. So what I'm going to do is change perspective on the stretch so that you can see what I'm up to. So I've got my leg up, dropping it over. I just realized my arm is going out of sight, and I'm over here. So left foot is down, left arm is sweeping. All right, that was not perhaps as effective as I was hoping it was going to be for a demonstration. Let's do it the other way. That's probably going to work better. So right foot is down, right arm is sweeping. One more. All right. Bring it back up. Down we go. So the biggest struggle we have with our arm movements and our quad movements is that most of us get fatigued in our wrists and our hands. So we want to do a couple of stretches with this. One is just grab, hold, push away like you're saying stop, pull those fingertips and the thumb tip towards you. You make it a little bit more intense by rotating it down. Beautiful. Take it to the other side. So one of the things we might want to do is actually increase our mobility. So come forward, fingertips are pointing forward, and then take them back. So I do not have the weight of my body. My weight is on my legs. And we can stretch it out. Again, for those of you that this is too uncomfortable, you can do this up against a wall. That might be more effective for you, and then you can control the amount of pressure going on those wrists. The other one, which is very useful, is actually to get used to doing things on your knuckles. And I just want you to watch that there's no break in the wrist there. So you want to just keep that nice and straight. And that'll take quite a bit. It takes getting used to, because obviously that's not a position you could use for most of us. We haven't used that before. But it can strengthen the wrists without causing too much fold in your hands. So that's something we want to think about. All right, and there's nothing wrong with a little old-fashioned wriggle, wrist turns. All right, so I'm going to take us into another opener. So one of the reasons we have issues with our back is actually our chest has become super tight. So we're going to do a couple of chest openers. One is I'm on the back of my foot, kneeling forward, bring it down, and reach it up. Watching my hand as it goes. Beautiful little add-on here. Back on your heel, toe to the ceiling. Ooh, and feel that hamstring stretch. Really great stretch in the back of the thigh, back of the knee. Gorgeous. Let's take it to the other side. And again, roll it back on that heel, straighten the leg, toe to the ceiling. Let's sneak in that little extra stretch. Beautiful. So a nice way to stretch out, open the chest, is to find a doorway or a wall. Catch your hand, you may have to play with it, but generally it's about shoulder height, and then you basically take this part of the shoulder and lean it forward, and it's going to feel the pull right there. Now, I don't have a wall handy that's going to work for you, so I'm going to show you how to do it on the floor. So, looks a little complicated. I want you to be careful. We don't want to overstretch. I'm just going to lie down on my stomach, reaching my arm out, and then I'm going to fold away from it. So it looks a little dramatic. Be careful. If you have any shoulder injuries, this may not be for you. Just play with the angle until you get the stretch. So I'm going to show you it from my back view so you can see what I'm doing to my arm. Please be mindful, this is not for everyone. So I'm reaching my arm out, twisting away from it, and then what I'm going to do is move my arm around so that I get the stretch I'm looking for. And hold it here. Fantastic work, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.